Hey everybody, Chuck Holton here. I just wanted to make a quick comment on the news that's come out over the last 24 hours that Donald Trump is threatening to retake the Panama Canal from Panama. As you probably know, I live in Panama. My full-time home is there, and I've been there for like 13 years now. And so obviously this hits pretty close to home for us, and I wanted to just comment on it. I'm going to be talking about it more on my live today at noon Eastern time or thereabouts, noon to 1 o'clock Eastern time. And so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But uh, suffice it to say that if it is important for the United States to live up to its obligations, to live up to its word, to be a nation that people can count on, then it's probably not a great idea to start just talking about retaking the Panama Canal when the United States signed a treaty with Panama that gave the canal to Panama in the year 2000. Obviously, it was built by the United States. We lost a lot of people building it. Now, most of the people that died building the canal were not Americans. They were from places like the West Indies and even China and stuff like that. But nevertheless, we did lose a lot of people, and we spent a lot of money building the canal over 100 years ago. We picked up where the French had failed, and under Teddy Roosevelt actually succeeded at building that. Now, the United States has to pay for our ships to go through the canal now, and we pay the same as everybody else. But the prices have been going up because there's been a lot more traffic that wants to go through, and fewer passages allowed through the canal because it's been in a drought up until just this last rainy season, and so they had to reduce the number of crossings every day. But uh, when Donald Trump comes out and says that we're going to retake the canal if we don't get a better deal from Panama, basically what that does is it puts people like me and my family in danger because it's going to make people in Panama very, very angry and looking to lash out at anybody that they associate with America. Now, there are a lot of Americans that live in Panama, a lot of retirees. They say probably 150,000 Americans that live down there now, and more moving down every year. It's a great place to live. And so this is kind of a maybe poorly thought out. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if Donald Trump wants to try to negotiate with Panama to get a better deal for American shipping going through the canal. That's fine. But you can negotiate in good faith without just coming out and announcing on social media that you're going to retake the canal. That implies that we're going to invade Panama once again and take it over from the current government. The current government is pro-Trump, and they want to be closer in their relations to the United States. Statements like this just push them farther away, and when we push them away from us, we push them into the arms of China, and that's not a good thing. Now, China already has been making inroads into Panama through their Belt and Road Initiative, and this is just making it worse in many respects because we're going to make Panama run to the arms of China in order to keep from being taken over by the United States. Now, do I really think that the U.S. is going to go to war with Panama? No, I don't. Panama doesn't even have an army. Uh, Trump is doing what Trump normally does, which is bluster and make big statements, and in order to stir people up and get them worried. And in some cases, that's effective, and in some cases, it's not. In this case, I think it's probably a pretty bad idea. Like I say, if you want to make all of our allies around the world trust us less, this would be the way to do it. And again, if you want to negotiate with Panama for a better deal on passages through the Panama Canal, that's perfectly fine, but this is probably not the best way to do it. All right, I'll talk more about this on my live, but I just wanted to get that out there real quick this morning because I have a lot of people asking me about it. All right, stay tuned.